Hello everyone, welcome back to Hollywood. With many of the regulatory bodies aspirants as well as banking students who are anticipating about SEBI Grade A exam for this year, today let's discuss everything about SEBI Grade A exam. Now I'll stop you here only. We are not going to discuss is really the notification going to come out within 2 to 3 months? Actually, is really the SEBI Grade A exam going to happen this year? ये सारे क्वेश्चंस हम डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे, हम कोई भी एंटिसिपेशन नहीं करेंगे और ना ही हम ये सोचने वाले हैं कि सेबी एग्जाम होगा कि नहीं, सही में सेबी एग्जाम इस साल होगा कि नहीं. वी ऑल नो वन थिंग अबाउट सेबी एग्जाम कि 2 साल में एक बार ये एग्जाम होता है. एंड विद इन दिस मंथ्स ओनली आफ्टर अक्टूबर एंड नवंबर द नोटिफिकेशन कम्स आउट एंड ब्रीफली टिल अप्रैल whatever the phase 2 is there, it wraps up and overall SEBI exam conduct हो जाता है. So now is the right time actually to prepare for this particular exam of SEBI Grade A. So if you're expecting that SEBI Grade A exam 2023 is going to happen, or even if you decide that even it happens or doesn't happen, I'll start my preparation, then I think you would be on the right path because you all would be knowing चाहे ये एग्जाम हो या ना हो, यही वक्त है SEBI Grade A एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर होने का. और क्यों, ये मैं आपको थोड़ी देर में बताऊंगा. जस्ट वेट एंड वॉच. ये एग्जाम अगर हम देखें सेबी ग्रेड ए एग्जाम, इसमें बस कॉमर्स ग्रेजुएट ही बैठते नहीं है, बट रादर देन दैट इट इज ओपन टू अ very diverse pool of students and aspirants. SEBI Grade A exam, all the commerce students also sit. At the same time, it is a favorite exam for engineers also, and at the same time, various chartered accountants as well as other other post graduation or maybe master degree students also appear for this exam. So, with vast pool of students who are preparing for SEBI Grade A exam, let's understand what is there. Everything which is related. We'll not just discuss one or two things, we'll discuss everything. Let's jump down to the main crux of the video. SEBI Grade A exam, let's discuss the whole eligibility, qualification, previous exam dates and vacancies, and exam pattern, syllabus, cutoff, and as well as at last I'll give you a strategy if you are starting your preparation right now. Last में सबसे मैंने strategy रखी है, ठीक है? Basic सी strategy रखी है, macro plan, micro plan भी discuss करेंगे. If you want micro plan, comment section में बताओ मुझे. Now the point is, first is eligibility, and when I'm talking about eligibility, पहली बात आती है एज की. तो एज में सबसे पहले सबको क्लियर कर देता हूं. For all the students who know about regulatory bodies exams like RBI and NABARD, similar to RBI and NABARD, as 30 years is the age. For SEBI also, last year, the last time when SEBI came, it was also 30 years. आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पर it was 30 years, जो कि मैंने येलो में ये किया है. Apart from that, maximum 5 years for your reserved category, that is scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and maximum of 3 years for other backward OBCs. ठीक है? इसके अलावा for all the candidates who are having non-creamy layer, they are also eligible to apply under OBC. क्रीमी लेयर का जो सर्टिफिकेट है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट और क्रूशियल रोल प्ले करता है. ओके, एंड रिमेंबर दैट इफ यू वांट टू गेट इनटू द कैटेगरी, यू शुड हैव द non-creamy layer certificate. Apart from that, extensions of age are also for PWBDs to whatever candidates are there. Okay, and that is relaxation of 10 years for such candidates. 13 years for all the PWBD candidates who are from the OBC section, and 15 years of relaxation for PWBD students from SC and ST category. Okay. Apart from that, there is one more section who has 5 years of extension or maybe relaxation, and that is for ex-servicemen. Overall, this is the age. अगर आप unreserved या फिर general category में गिरते हो, so it is 30 years. So remember this very carefully. The limit is 30 years. The age is not 30 years. Okay. It should not have exceeded the age of 30 years. It means whatever date they will give you. For example, this year the notification comes, तो notification की जो date है उसमें अगर आप एज काउंट करते हो तो आपका एज लेस देन 30 इयर्स होना चाहिए. इट मींस आपका एज 29 years और 4 months, 29 years and 9 months, 10 months, 11, 29 years and 6 months, 2 months, इसके नीचे आपका एज होना चाहिए. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.11 ये आपका मैक्सिमम लिमिट है, क्योंकि यहां पर कहा गया है योर एज मस्ट नॉट हैव एक्सीडेड द 30 इयर्स ऑफ एज. ये समझ लो, इट इज नोवेयर सेइंग कि आप अगर 30 इयर्स के हो तो अप्लाई कर सकते हो. नो, 30 इयर्स एज लिमिट इज देयर. सो इफ यू आर 29 इयर्स ओल्ड, यू आर एलिजिबल. वंस यू क्रॉस दैट, यू आर नॉट एलिजिबल. नेक्स्ट, if you move qualification. Now many of the students confuse here also. Qualification in SEBI, I'll make it very clear to you. No graduates can apply. Just graduation degree you cannot apply. Only exception is for law and engineers. So then who can apply? You should of course have master's degree, that is post graduation. तो आपका master's degree आपके पास होना चाहिए और वो भी किसी भी डिसिप्लिन से हो सकता है. You may be arts, you may be commerce, you may be anything. तो for example, you should have master's degree from either of the streams. Bachelor's degree only for 2 streams, in law and in engineering, and either you can be also chartered accountant, CA, CFA, then CS, company secretariat, and CWA. Either these also you can be. So there is a diverse pool of candidate where, of course, post graduation or maybe master's degree only candidates can apply from remaining whatever streams. Graduation only for law and engineers. So therefore, if you take example, if I try to tell you BCom student इसको apply नहीं कर सकता है, पर MCom student जरूर इसको apply कर सकता है. So this is the logic which you should know for the educational qualification. Many of the candidates who have just graduated and they don't have master's degree or post graduation, they would be automatically eliminated as they cannot apply for the SEBI general stream. You should have master's degree, and if you are engineer or lawyer, then only your graduation or bachelor's degree is applicable. So know this very, very clearly. Age हो गया, qualification हो गया, these are the only eligibility criteria for this exam. Apart from that, previous exams and date if I discuss about you with you, 2018 this exam happened, 2019 exam didn't happen, 2020 exam happened, 2021 again the exam didn't happen, and 2022 the exam happened, but 2023 now this year we are expecting that either this exam will be or will not be. Okay, this is the whole discussion that we are doing. Now if you see routine wise, then of course in 2 years SEBI comes only one time. But now as in market stipulations are there, anticipation is there कि SEBI आएगा. We'll not discuss about that, but I just showed you when the exam has happened and when it is not. Now let's talk about the overall general dates. As I told you, ऑनलाइन एप्लीकेशन जनरली जो स्टार्ट होता है जनवरी में स्टार्ट होता है किसी भी ईयर के, बट इफ यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि अभी 6 मंथ्स में अगर सेबी आएगा, देन डेफिनेटली यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट समथिंग द नोटिफिकेशन मच मोर अर्लियर. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, फेज 1 जनरली हैपेंस इन February. Phase 2, if you see it, whatever the online examination is there, it happens during the March, and overall interview, whatever is there, it is wrapped up after April, May. Okay, till April, May, everything is wrapped up. Okay, so these are all the important dates of the SEBI Grade A exam. So if you see what would be the important months, look at January, February, March, April. These are the main months of your SEBI exam. Considering that this exam is also of 3 stage, phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. Now when we talk about overall प्रिपरेशन फॉर दिस ईयर, इफ यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि सेबी एग्जाम के लिए मैं इस साल प्रिपेयर कर रहा हूं और सेबी एग्जाम आएगा ही, ऐसे कंसीडर करते हैं, तो आपका दिसंबर टू जनवरी ये जो मंथ है, तब आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो कि आपकी नोटिफिकेशन में भी आ जाए. ओके, एंड इफ इट रियली कम्स, देन व्हाट इज द बेस्ट टाइम टू प्रिपेयर फॉर सेबी? अगर आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि दिसंबर जनवरी में एग्जाम का नोटिफिकेशन आएगा फॉर सेबी ग्रेड ए 2023-2024, if this is true, then definitely you should start your preparation right now. And why I'm telling? Because the vast syllabus, easy phase 1 but a very difficult and competitive phase 2, and 6 important subjects which are totally from commerce background, and that is why I recommend everyone that this is exactly the right time. Okay, so start your preparation, and that's what we'll discuss, how to do that and everything. But before that, let's understand what are the vacancies. If the previous year SEBI exam, if you see the general whatever stream was there, 80 vacancies are there. Generally the vacancies actually on an average, they either are between minimum and maximum of 75 to 85. Okay, never SEBI's vacancies have been pushed at an very enormous number of seats, and neither it has been reduced. It is a very good number between 75 to 80, 85. Okay, so last time it was 80, and you can even expect this time also almost 80 vacancies for general stream would be there. Then if you talk about exam pattern, अब बात करते हैं exam pattern के बारे में. Exam pattern similar to RBI and NABARD, where SEBI grade A exam pattern, phase 1 paper 1 and paper 2 is there, phase 2 also paper 1 and paper 2 is there, and phase 3 is your interview. Very simple classification and very simple 3 stages of clearing your exam. Same like RBI, but the syllabus is different and the subjects are different. Okay, as well as there are certain minute differences between phase 1 as well as phase 2 exam. Let's try to understand them. Now first let's jump into the phase 1 exam. So now remember very carefully, phase 1 exam of SEBI is a very easy exam. और क्यों easy है मैं आपको बताता हूं. अगर आपने decently भी, if you study only 2 hours per day, then also you can clear SEBI grade A phase 1 exam. Now why I'm saying this, and many of the students would be shocked, पर समझाता हूं क्यों. See, in phase 1 there are 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Now this I'm talking about general stream. Okay, now general stream paper 1, if you see in phase 1 there are 4 subjects: general awareness, English language, quantitative aptitude and test of reasoning. Now when you are looking at all these subjects, the number of questions also you could see from all these 4 subjects, these are 20 questions, and each 20 question is for, of course, your maximum marks of 25. Okay, so total number of questions for 4 subjects will become 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, it is 80, and whatever marks are there, those will become 100. Now out of this 100 marks, you should clear 30% cutoff. Always the cutoff is 30%. So out of this 100 marks, if you want to clear phase 1, in paper 1 at least you should have 30 marks or above 30 marks. That is only the marks you have to get to clear phase 1 paper 1. सिंपल, आपको 100 में से, और ये 100 में से 30 मार्क्स आप किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में से ला सकते हो. अगर आपका जनरल अवेयरनेस स्ट्रांग है तो वहां पे सॉल्व करो, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के लिए वहां से सॉल्व करो, क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड, टेस्ट ऑफ रीजनिंग. Out of these 4 subjects, you just have to get more than 30 marks. That's it. Then comes paper 2, in which general stream there are 6 subjects. ये कौन से 6 subjects हैं मैं already आपके साथ discuss करता हूं. Okay. The first one is of course your commerce and accountancy, management, finance, costing, companies act and economics. Okay. These are the 6 subjects and these are 6 core subjects of SEBI. आपकी प्रिपरेशन whenever you are starting, you have to start with these 6 subjects only, as the phase 1 is very easy. Now again look at this paper 2 for the general stream. ये जो 6 subjects है, easy MCQs would be there. Number of questions 50, each for 2 marks, therefore 100 marks. And from these 50 questions, you just have to bring 40 marks or above 40 marks because 40% is the cutoff. Overall, if you see out of these both the papers, the aggregate cutoff is again 40%. So whatever in total paper 1 and paper 2 marks you will get, you should get 40% out of total. How much? 100, that is 200 marks. So 200 marks में से 40% आपको फिर से लाने पड़ेंगे. ठीक है. और अगर ये आप लाते हो, you clear phase 1 very easily. So यहाँ पर देखो, in RBI also competitive cutoff is there. In NABARD also competitive cutoff is there. For example, sometimes it becomes 41, sometimes it becomes 51. ऐसे हो जाता है depending on the competition. But here in SEBI, almost if you get more than 30 marks, if you get more than 40 marks, aggregate more than 40%, automatically it doesn't really matter, you will clear 100%. And that is why 6 subjects whatever are there in paper 2 in phase 1 as well as these qualifying subjects of the paper 1 in phase 1, overall phase 1 is an easy stage to clear. Only 2 hours if you are working per day, then also you can clear phase 1. But the matter is the difficulty of your phase 2 exam pattern as well as phase 2 exam. Now understand what is there in phase 2 exam. In phase 2 exam, look at it, 1/4 negative marking is there, okay, and whatever your performance in phase 2 exam would be there, if you clear that, then you will go for the interview. That is your phase 3. Okay. Here also in phase 2 exam, paper 1 and paper 2 is there. Now in paper 1, if you see, like every other RBI and NABARD exam, paper 1 is of course your general English descriptive, in which letter is there, précis is there, and reading comprehension is there. Okay, am I clear? So here you have to do answer writing, which is for 100 marks. You are giving 60 minutes and the cutoff is 30%. 30% cutoff, if you see, out of 100, again here would be 30 marks. But here there is a trick which I will tell you in a short. Now the point is, आपको पता है English is for 100 marks, 30% is the cutoff, it's the bare minimum marks you have to bring. Okay. Now then the paper 2 when I'm talking about, again these 6 subjects are there, and now these subjects are tough here because phase 2 the level of the questions and difficulty also increases, and in phase 2 again in various subjects like commerce and accountancy, economics, costing, numericals are also asked. तो इस तरह से ये थोड़ा phase 2 आपका difficult हो जाता है. Okay. Now second thing, this is for 100 marks and phase 2 is not having any descriptive as like RBI and NABARD. ये जो पेपर phase 2 में जो पेपर 2 है, these 6 subjects are again MCQ. No descriptive answer writing is there in this paper 2 of the phase 2. तो यहां पर आपके again MCQs होंगे, 100 marks, 40 minutes you have been given, and the cutoff is 40%. Okay. Now this everybody is clear. The paper 1 is descriptive and paper 2 of 6 subjects is MCQ or objective based. Very clear. Now each cutoff has been given of the subject. पेपर 1 का cutoff 30% है, पेपर 2 का जो MCQs है उसका 40% है. तो क्या बस 30 और 40% अगर आप cutoff लाते हो तो क्या आपका सिलेक्शन या फिर क्या आप phase 2 क्लियर करके इंटरव्यू में जा सकते हो? No, because this whatever cutoff which is mentioned here, it is a bare minimum. That means what? For your marks to be considered, you have to get it above the cutoff marks, that is 30% above and 40% above in the paper 1 and paper 2 respectively. After that, again the merit marks would be calculated of top candidates, and those merit students would be called for the interview. Overall, if you see, paper 1 has weightage of 1/3 only when you are calculating the total 50% of your aggregate cutoff of your phase 2. तो कितना है वेटेज? 33% ओनली. जो आपकी इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के जितने भी मार्क्स आएंगे उस मार्क्स को ओनली 33% कंसिडर किया जाएगा, एंड 66% इज ऑफ योर पेपर 2, दैट इज योर 6 सब्जेक्ट्स व्हिच आर टोटली एमसीक्यूज इन द फेज 2 एग्जाम. तो इसका 66% है, एंड दोनों का मार्क्स टैली करके इफ इट इज 50% एग्रीगेट अबो, देन अगेन इट वुड बी bare minimum, एंड उसके बाद फिर आपका सपोज आपके मार्क्स 50% अबो है एंड यू आर ऑल्सो कमिंग इन द टॉप मेरिट स्टूडेंट्स, एक मेरिट नंबर निकाल के जो भी टॉप स्टूडेंट्स होंगे उनको फिर इंटरव्यू कॉल के लिए बुलाया जाएगा. सो व्हाट इट मींस इज दैट इफ यू आर जस्ट ब्रिंगिंग 30%, 40%, then there is no guarantee that you will get an interview call. You should get above 30%, 40%, and even you should get above merit, which would be calculated later after the phase 2 exam. Now when you talk about the phase 3, जब phase 3 की बात करते हैं, it is your main last stage of selection, which is interview candidates. If you talk about, these are whatever candidates we are talking about who have cleared phase 2. phase 2 के बाद जिनको भी कॉल लेटर आता है, phase 2 and phase 3 marks in total are scaled. This process is called as scaling. आपको जितने भी phase 2 में marks मिले हैं और phase 3 में marks मिले, उसको scale किया जाएगा और 100 में से निकाला जाएगा. And more importantly, phase 2 marks are 85% and interview share is 15%. So the weightage of interview is just 15%. आपके phase 2 में जितने भी marks आएगा out of 200, उसको 100 marks में से निकाला जाएगा और 85% वो marks रहेंगे एंड 15% मार्क्स होंगे, वो वेटेज आएगा आपके इंटरव्यू से. दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द 3 स्टेजेस ऑफ योर सेबी एग्जाम. ओके, सो वी ऑलरेडी हैव डिस्कस्ड ऑल द 3 स्टेजेस फॉर सेबी. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अ कंप्लीट सिलेबस फॉर ईच phase 1 subjects as well as phase 2 subjects. So first in phase 1 we will talk about 4 important subjects which are in SEBI. Of course, quant, reasoning, English and your GA. Now this English we are talking about, as simple as that, these are all your topics. I don't need to discuss this bit by bit because you all regulatory aspirants as well as banking aspirants would be knowing about each of these topics. These are very important for any of the English language which is in the qualifying section. So such important topics like RC, parajumbles, your vocabulary, clothes test, identifying correct incorrect statement, fill in the blanks, word interchange, choosing the correct words. This is what in the English section is. Let's move to the next topic, that is next subject, that is your quant. When I talk about quant again, now the difficulty which I will tell you in quant, reasoning and English, in SEBI it is much more lower than RBI. So you shouldn't be expecting very difficult questions, but definitely this level will not be that much also easy. Moderate questions would be asked to you. Now in quant, if you see from time and work, pipe systems, average, mensuration, edges, simple interest, compound interest, simplification, approximation, time, speed, distance, upstream, downstream, boat, then partnership, profit and loss, HCF, LCF. Apart from that, some topics like permutation, combination, probability, these also come up in exam. What you could understand is that quant, reasoning, English syllabus is almost similar to RBI. Let's move forward to the reasoning. Reasoning topics, if you see, from puzzle, sitting arrangement, order and ranking, syllogism, blood relation, directions, data sufficiency, inequalities, statement and conclusion, input output, alphanumeric series, reasoning analogies, and most importantly, strong and weak arguments also. These are some of the topics which are extensively in the SEBI's reasoning syllabus. So English also topics we saw quant also, and we saw reasoning also. Now this question many of the people may tackle, but now comes a topic, that is GA. Now this GA is completely general awareness or general knowledge or current affairs also, which we all know about. These are the topics which we can all talk about. So you can pick the topics like census, government policies, regulation, guidelines, bills and constitution, government schemes, book author, national campaign initiatives, company related news, international current affairs, important days. It may be also current affairs which is related to your defense, award, etc., etc. Now all these when we are talking about, okay, all these when we are talking about the main thing of the current affairs segregation, you all should be knowing about. So even the SEBI and regulatory bodies current affairs is also very, very important. So banking related current affairs. So exam syllabus for GA, if I tell you, it splits, you all know, for English, quant, reasoning and general awareness. Each topic 20 questions are there for 25 marks. So general awareness, these 20 questions are there. Static questions are for 3 to 4 marks. Current questions come almost 16 to 17 questions. So what you could say is that almost 3 to 4 questions in overall GA 20 questions are static GK, general knowledge, whatever is there. And 16 to 17 questions are totally current based. Now this current based is banking and finance current affairs, any of the portals, any of the initiatives of government, any SEBI related news, any RBI related news, any regulatory bodies related news. So finance ministry and its updates, okay, SEBI circulars. On such topics, this news are there in the GA section. These are all your topics which you would be knowing and which are very important for the SEBI exam. Okay. Now, the next thing which we will talk about is your syllabus of the next 6 subjects, 6 core subjects of SEBI, that is commerce and accountancy, then comes your finance, then comes your management, then comes your Companies Act, then comes your economics. So, and then comes your costing. All these 6 subjects are there. These are core and these are in your phase 1 as well as in phase 2. Now, when I'm talking about phase 1 and phase 2 6 subjects, this is the syllabus. Now, look at here very, very carefully. The first topic which we are going to discuss is commerce and accountancy. And in this commerce and accountancy, all the chapters are very, very important. And not only this, A, B, C, D, E, F, 7 chapters. Before starting commerce and accountancy, you should also know some of the basic of the top topics and basic chapters like Introduction to Accountancy, some theory related to basic accountancy, also trial and balance and bills of exchange. These are 4 important topics, main topics, which any of the students starts the subject of commerce and accountancy. And that's why this is the overall syllabus given by SEBI. But prerequisitely, you have to start your commerce and accountancy preparation with these topics. I hope I'm clear. Then comes management. Management, leadership style, leadership theory, motivation, theories of motivation, communication, and the other important topics are also there. This is your management syllabus. Then comes finance, in which role and functions of regulatory bodies, primary and secondary markets in SEBI becomes very, very important. Then comes other general topics of finance. Okay, try to understand. Basics of derivatives, development in financial sector, alternate sources of finance, direct indirect tax, and some inflation related topics. This is finance syllabus. And then starts costing syllabus. Always remember, in commerce and accountancy and costing and as well as in economics, there is very high chance that numericals may come up. And when numericals come up, there is always problem of time management. So keep that in your mind. Costing, if you see, similarly all the topics are given. Apart from that, lean system and innovation topics is also there, which if you have done MBA or maybe any of the streams of MBA, you would be knowing about these topics. Although all the costing, whatever topics are there, these all are very, very important. Certain lengthy topics also are there in this costing subject, and all these have to be done definitely, because this is what the main SEBI exam is based on. These 6 subjects will decide the fate of your selection or not. If you think that phase 1 is difficult or phase 2 is difficult, no, these 6 topics will determine. Phase 1 is very easy, you will clear it. But the point is, are you prepared for these 6 subjects? Then comes your Companies Act, which is a total factual subject. Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 8, Chapter 10, 11, and apart from that, whatever chapters I have mentioned, 2 extra chapters are there which are related to basics of accountancy, basics of like Companies Act. So chapter 1 and chapter 9 is there. That also you have to do. So overall, if you see, this is the context of Companies Act. Very, very factual. What I think is that out of 6 subjects, the one subject which you can do very quickly within almost 15 to 20 days, that's your Companies Act. Companies Act is so factual that if you are having a good route memorization, you can do it quickly. And then comes economics, where SEBI's economics is not macroeconomy but a combination of macroeconomy and microeconomy. So therefore, demand supply market structure, Keynesian approach, balance of payment, such micro and macro combination of topics are there. It is still difficult for some students who are knowing at least some little bit macroeconomy. It is easy, but the people who don't have any background, for them it again becomes a tough nut to crack. Then comes your syllabus for your paper 1 in your phase 2. So paper 1 phase 2 syllabus, if you see, what is this phase 2 syllabus? In paper 1, your general English language answer writing. So essay, Pressy, and your reading comprehension. These are the 3 questions which come in phase 2. So overall, if you see, English and answer writing skills are checked. The paper on English shall be framed in such a manner to assess the writing skill, which includes the expression and understanding of the topic, which includes essay, Pressy, and reading comprehension. If you see essay, it could be from the sectors of economy, finance, technology, internet, abstract, as well as social issues. Whereas Pressy, if you see, it could be any of the article, paragraph from the newspaper itself. Reading comprehension also could be a paragraph from any of the editorials or topics from the editorials, where 5 questions would be asked you in the reading comprehension. And then comes the strategy. Always remember, in context of SEBI, if you are trying to fetch some strategy, this is the go-to thing to do. You are having almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months with you if you start your preparation right now. If you are starting your preparation right now, always remember, the minimum hours of preparation for SEBI is 4 hours required for the preparation, or 3 hours, okay? And the maximum hours you can jot down anyhow if you think that you want to prepare for SEBI. Overall, there is only one basic thing to understand, that in a month you have to prepare for any 2 subjects from the 6 core subjects. So monthly you have to prepare 2 subjects in a month, okay? So commerce, you will start from October and November if you start it. So commerce and accountancy and management are the 2 subjects you can take. Commerce and accountancy is a little bit difficult, whereas management is factual. So both subjects can go together. MCQ practice and general awareness you will be doing on the daily basis. It could be for half an hour or maybe 1 hour, 1 hour. That also you can do. You can split it according to your comfort. Then comes again November to December. You can continue with commerce and accountancy considering its difficulty and the portion of syllabus it is completing or not. Whereas management also you can easily complete. Then if you complete the management, you can immediately start finance. But in December, Jan, you can, if you are not able to finish the management, as management also syllabus is a little bit vast. So therefore, even though it is factual, it is vast management syllabus. Then you can start with your finance and your Companies Act. Companies Act you will finish very quickly as it is factual. For finance, you may require further extra some days or maybe some time. Therefore, you can continue with finance in the next month, that is Jan to Feb. And then along with that, you can start costing. Costing, anyhow, you have to complete it in these January and February. And in March and April, what you can do is that you can do remaining Companies Act and its revision. Always remember, for Companies Act, the revision will become very, very important. That is why Companies Act I have written 2 times. There is a specific reason for it. Companies Act is so factual that you have to revise it 2 times. So for all the rest of the 5 subjects, you will prepare them one time and you will revise them annually. But Companies Act, you will keep a special time for its revision. And then comes economics, which can be also covered very quickly. The shortest syllabus in all these 6 subjects is of economy. It is a very short syllabus. So therefore, it can be completed very quickly. Along with that, always remember, from the November and December till March and April, always do English answer writing practice for essay and Pressy writing. Always do that. And also do MCQ practice, because phase 2 MCQs are a little bit difficult. Overall, phase 2 is the main stage of selection, and that is why this timetable could be very, very suited. The SOP, if you see for SEBI exam preparation, study for phase 1 as well as phase 2 togetherly is advised. Because phase 1 is very, very easy, candidates should not take it as an opportunity that exam is easy. No, they should prepare for phase 2, as we know that in phase 2 competition would be a lot. Keep the timetable flexible, as knowing that there should be 1 difficult subject and 1 easy subject togetherly in a month to prepare. So in my timetable, I told you commerce and accountancy can go with management, finance can go with Companies Act, and costing and economics can go together. You can even change this combination, but always remember, keep a difficult subject with an easy subject and do it together in a month. That is most advisable. Parallel revision is must, and daily current affairs you have to do, plus 2 core subjects you have to do, of which 1 is difficult, 1 is easy. Start phase 2 preparation along with phase 1 only. Right now only you have to start your phase 2 preparation. And numerical and MCQ practice is must in SEBI. This was all about the strategy. And last is the career growth. Okay. So career growth, when we are talking about, you start as a grade A assistant manager, then grade B manager, grade C assistant manager, grade D deputy manager, grade E general manager, and chief general manager. Apart from that, if you are asking me the salary, okay, career growth plus salary, if you are asking pay and perks also, and salary also, overall if you see, where RBI's salary, what we have seen, is close to 1.5 lakhs, okay, 1 lakh, almost 40-50,000 range we have seen of RBI's salary. The SEBI's salary is almost close to 1.10 lakh, that is 1,10,000 rupees or 1,20,000 rupees. This is the range of SEBI's salary. Okay, so overall this was the discussion of all or everything to know about the SEBI exam. I hope that it helped you a lot, and this one proper video will help you understanding SEBI something more and in depth. Thank you very much. See you next time.